الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم قل من كان عدوا لجبريل فإنه نزله على قلبك بإذن الله مصدقا لما بين يديه وهدى وبشرى للمؤمنين من كان عدوا لله وملائكته ورسله وجبريل وميكال فإن الله عدو للكافرين ولقد أنزلنا إليك آيات بينات وما يكفر بها إلا الفاسقون أوكلما عاهدوا عهدا نبذه فريق منهم بل أكثرهم لا يؤمنون ولما جاءهم رسول من عند الله مصدق لما معهم نبذ فريق من الذين أوتوا كتاب الله وراء ظهورهم كأنهم لا يعلمون واتبعوا ما تتلو الشياطين على ملك سليمان وما كفر سليمان ولكن الشياطين كفروا يعلمون الناس السحر وما أنزل على الملكين ببابل هاروت وماروت وما يعلمان من أحد حتى يقولا إنما نحن فتنة فلا تكفر فيتعلمون منهما ما يفرقون به بين المرء وزوجه وما هم بضارين به من أحد إلا بإذن الله ويتعلمون ما يضرهم ولا ينفعهم ولقد علموا لمن اشتراه ما له في الآخرة من خلاق ولبئس ما شروا به أنفسهم لو كانوا يعلمون صدق الله مولانا العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu wa Amma Nawaluhu says, Qul, O my beloved Prophet, say, Man kana aduwwan li Jibreel, whoever is enemy of Gabriel, فَإِنَّهُ نَزَّلَهُ عَلَىٰ قَلْبِكَ بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. So verily, he has revealed the Holy Quran to your heart with the permission of Allah, مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ. When the Holy Quran is certifying, confirming, endorsing, or ratifying lima bayna yadayhi, what is in front of it, means Quran confirms what is in front of it means the Gospel, the Pentateuch, the books revealed to Moses, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him, and to Jesus, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him, and Wahudan, and is guiding towards the destination, Wabushra, and glad tidings, lil mu'mineen, for the believers. Man kana aduwwan lillahi wa malaikatihi wa rusulihi wa Jibreel wa Mikal, and whoever is enemy of Allah and his angels and his messengers, and especially the enemy of Gabriel and Michael, فَإِنَّ اللَّهَ عَدُوٌّ لِلْكَافِرِينَ, so verily Allah is enemy of the infidels. وَلَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ آيَاتٍ بَيِّنَاتٍ, we verily revealed the clear signs to you. وَمَا يَكْفُرْ بِهَا إِلَّا الْفَاسِقُونَ, and no one reject them except the transgressors, lawbreakers, violators, disobedience. Al-Fasiqun, the disobedience. أَوَكُلَّمَا عَاهَدُوا أَهْدًا, so it has it happened that they rejected the faith. وَكُلَّمَا عَاهَدُوا, here after the Hamza of interrogation, this is interrogative Hamza, and between Hamza and Waw, أَكَفَرُوا بِهِ, أَكَفَرُوا بِآيَاتِ اللَّهِ, here this passage is believed to have been omitted here. وَكُلَّمَا عَاهَدُوا, and whenever they made a covenant, عَهْدًا, any covenant, نَبَذَهُ فَرِيقٌ مِّنْهُمْ, so a group of them set it aside. They neglected it completely. They left it behind their back. بَلْ أَكْثَرُهُمْ لَا يُؤْمِنُونَ, nay, but a vast majority of them are disbelievers. They don't believe. وَلَمَّا جَاءَهُمْ رَسُولٌ مِّنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ, and when the dignified and the most prominent prophet, Rasul here, this new nation is to dignify the position of the prophet, position of the messenger. So when the dignified prophet from Allah came to them, musaddiqul lima ma'ahum, who is certifying what is with them, who is certifying and confirming and endorsing what is already possessed by them. Nabaza fariqum min allazina utul kitab, so a group of people of the book, through the book, Kitab Allah wara azurihim, they cast the book behind themselves, ka'annahum la ya'lamun, as if they don't know it. وَاتَّبَعُوا مَا تَتْلُو الشَّيَاطِينُ عَلَى مُلْكِ سُلَيْمَانَ, they neglected the book and followed what تَتْلُو الشَّيَاطِينُ عَلَى مُلْكِ سُلَيْمَانَ, what the Satans, the devils, would recite during the reign of Solomon, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him. They followed what the Satans, what the devils would recite in the reign of Solomon, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him. وَمَا كَفَرَ سُلَيْمَانُ, and Sulaiman, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him, did not reject the faith, did not disbelieve. وَلَكِنَّ الشَّيَاطِينَ كَفَرُوا, but the Satans disbelieved. rejected the faith. يُعَلِّمُونَ النَّاسَ السِّحْرَ. This is accusative of sentence showing the cause. Because they were teaching the people the magic. They were teaching the people the magic. وَمَا أُنزِلَ. So this is cause of their infidelity. Because they were teaching the people the magic, witchcraft. وَمَا أُنزِلَ عَلَى الْمَلَكَيْنِ بِبَابِلَ هَارُوتَ وَمَارُوتَ. And they would teach what was sent down to two angels in Babylon. Babylon, Harut Marut. This is called Atfe Bayan. According to Arabic grammatical rules, Harut and Marut is Atfe Bayan from Al-Malakain. Means with the name of Harut and Marut. And what was revealed to two angels in Babylon, who were Harut and Marut. On the two angels with the name of Harut Marut in Babylon. وَمَا يُعَلِّمَانِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ. And they would not teach anyone حَتَّى يَقُولُ, unless they would say, إِنَّمَا نَحْنُ فِتْنَةٌ. We are just a trial, just an examination. فَلَا تَكْفُرُ. So you should not reject the faith. Don't disbelieve. فَيَتَعَلَّمُونَ مِنْهُمَا مَا يُفَرِّقُونَ بِهِ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَزَوْجِهِ. And they would learn from them what, wherewith they would cause the separation between husband and wife. They were learning from those two angels what would be used for the separation between the husband and his wife. وَمَا هُمْ بِضَارِّينَ بِهِ مِنْ أَحَدٍ إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ. And they were not in position to harm anyone with that magic, إِلَّا بِإِذْنِ اللَّهِ, without permission of Allah. وَيَتَعَلَّمُونَ مَا يَضُرُّهُمْ وَلَا يَنْفَعُهُمْ. And they would learn from them what was detrimental for them, what was harming them and not benefiting them. That was not profitable. What was the detrimental and not profitable. وَلَقَدْ عَلِمُوا لَمَنِ اشْتَرَاهُ. And they were very well aware of the fact that whosoever purchases that one, means who learns the magic, مَا لَهُ فِي الْآخِرَةِ مِنْ خَلَاقٍ. There is no share for him in hereafter. وَلَبِئْسَ مَا شَرَوْا بِهِ أَنفُسَهُمْ. And what a bad thing for which they have sold themselves. لَوْ كَانُوا يَعْلَمُونَ. Would that they had known. So this is the verbal translation of the passage I recited before you. Here Quran says, the evil deeds of the Jews were not finished with the previous statement, but they were disliking and feeling the enmity for the Gabriel. And the cause of revelation of this verse is, once upon a time, Ibn Surya, one of the most senior scholar of Judaism, came to the Holy Prophet and he asked the Holy Prophet which of the angels was to reveal the Holy Quran to Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, it is Gabriel to reveal the book to me. He said that that angel is not angels of blessing, but that is angel of affliction. Whenever the perdition or any chastisement was sent down for the Jews it was Gabriel to manage every type of punishment. Therefore, we have got a disliking for Gabriel. Quran says he is a servant of Allah. He is to execute the duty delegated to him. So every angel is duty bound to execute the duty and to perform the obligations of his rank. So Gabriel is duty bound to execute the duty according to the precept of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Quran says, Kul man kana aduwwun li Jibrila fa innahu nazzalahu ala qalbika bi'iznillah. So say whoever is enemy to Gabriel, so he should show that. Here Imam Nasfi says, فَلْيَمُتْ بِغَيْزِهِ. He should die with his annoyance. Means there is no remedy available for him who is feeling the enmity for the Gabriel. Because Gabriel reveals whatever he reveals to the heart of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu with the permission of Allah. It means that indirectly a person disliking Gabriel is disliking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Gabriel does not do anything with his own will or with his own option, but he is obliged by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to reveal the Holy Quran to the heart of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu. So therefore indirectly that person is enemy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is not possible for him to be enemy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Here the revelation of the Holy Quran was attributed to the heart of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu, because all of the other books were revealed to the messengers on the top of the hills, just like وَإِذْ وَعَدْنَا مُوسَىٰ أَرْبَعِينَ لَيْلًا. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, we made a covenant, made a promise with Moses, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him, to come upon the top of the Tur, the Mount Sinai mountain. So he went there and he received the book. So this is a general habit of the celestial book to be revealed to the on the top of the hills. Similarly, the gospel was revealed to Jesus, that was also on the top of the hill, and other books which were revealed to any other messenger, they were revealed to the messengers on the top of the hill. But when the time of the Quran reached, means the Quran was likely to be sent down, so the top of the hill was not chosen for this purpose. Quran itself says the internal intrinsic evidence of the Holy Quran says that لو أنزلنا هذا القرآن على جبل لرأيته خاشعا متصدعا من خشية الله. Had we revealed this Holy Quran on the top, on the peak of the hills, so it would have broken all of the peaks of the mountains into pieces. So means the mountains were not strong enough to afford the load of this Quran, this celestial book. It means that the heart of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu is stronger than the mountains, when the mountains could not afford and could not put up with the load of the Holy Quran, when it was afforded and endured by the heart of Holy Prophet, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him. So this is why the reality of heart is believed to be very extensive, very commodious. When the mountain could not afford the Holy Quran, but it was afforded by the heart of the Holy Prophet, and all of the mystical scholars, they visualize and they meditate on their hearts through the heart of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, which was a real transformer to transmit the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the hearts of Qadria, Chishtiya, Naqshbandiya, Swarwardiya, all of the holy people who are coming from these four lineage, and they have got many subsects of this mystical lineage. They are receiving the intuitive knowledge through the heart of Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. And look, the noble quality of the Holy Quran. It confirms all of the books revealed to the previous messengers. Quran says, مُصَدِّقًا لِمَا بَيْنَ يَدَيْهِ. The Quran confirms, endorses, and certifies the contents of those books which were received previously by these communities, Christians and Jews. When the books were concealed and hidden by them in their boxes, in many covers, in the dark rooms, but its contents were quite obvious, quite evident to Muhammad Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and to the Holy Quran. So this was a sign, conclusive evidence of authenticity of the Holy Quran and genuineness of this celestial book, because if it were not the celestial book, the divine book, it would not have complied with all of the conditions necessary for those books. When it was telling the contents of those books, it means that this was sent by same authority or same deity who had already sent all of the other books. Otherwise, there was no way to tally with the contents of those celestial book. Wahudan, and this book is providing the proper guidance. All of the believers are provided with the proper guidance by means of this Holy Quran. If you move all over the world, you travel worldwide, you can get many technologies and many other techniques, many information, many sciences. But if you want to know the way approaching Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is the real destination of every believer, whether the previous believer or the believer of this ummah, everyone was trying to approach Allah. But anyway, approaching Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cannot be discovered without this book. Only this book is there to provide everyone with the proper guidance. Not only the preliminary students are provided with the proper guidance, but the students of highest qualification, they are also provided with the proper guidance. Quran says, Hudal Linnas. This book is providing the guidance to all of the mankind, to total humanity. But Hudal lil Muttaqeen, any person who has already reached the destination, this Quran provides him with the proper guidance. It shows the new word of his traveling, and this journey will never end. At every corner of the traveling, this Quran will provide him the proper guidance. Therefore, this is a guidance for the students of primary classes, and this is providing the guidance to the PhD students. Even the people who are student of Celestial University, they would also be provided with the proper guidance by means of the contents of this book. Quran says, وَبُشْرَى لِلْمُؤْمِنِينَ, and this is exclusively glad tidings for the believers, because all of the glad tidings and good news are preserved for the people who are recognizing the state of Allah. A person deserves the facilities of the state and the total opportunities which are available anywhere are provided for the people who are recognizing the state. When a person causes the rebellion against the state, he is deprived of all of the facilities and opportunities. Similarly, the life hereafter is really a state. And if a person does not believe in the Prophet and in the Holy Quran, it means that he has launched a mutiny against the divine law, because the recognition of this state depends on the recognition of Muhammad Rasulullah. May grace and peace of Allah be upon him. When a person recognizes the state of the Holy Prophet, he would be granted all of the facilities which are normally provided to every state subject. Therefore, Quran says, Bushra lil mu'minin. This is glad tidings only for the believers, because the other people who are disbelieving in this book, they are not entitled, they are not eligible to receive the facilities which are provided for the believers. Quran says, Man kana aduwwal lillahi wa malaikatihi wa rusulihi wa Jibreel wa Mikala fa inna Allah aduwwul lil kafirin. Whoever is enemy of Allah and his angel and his messengers and Gabriel and Michael, so they should believe that Allah is enemy of the infidels, because the angels are not independent creature. They are servant of Allah. They are serving the purposes of Allah. They are given the duties. When they are obliged any obligation, they discharge it very accurately, punctually and regularly. So such a servant or deserving person to be rewarded properly. So these are the servant of Allah. Therefore they are entitled to be rewarded by Allah, and Allah will give them the reward. And the messengers are superior to the angels as well, because Nabi Kareem ﷺ was reported by the Holy Quran, Tabarakallazi nazzal al-furqana ala abdihi liyakuna lil alameen nazira. And very blessful is an entity who has sent his slave, his servant, so that he might be the warrantor, giving the warner of the universe. Warner of the universe is a word of imperative policy. Means the Prophet has got two types of gears. One is persuasive one and the other one is a imperative one. So if he uses the gear of persuasion, he is named as Bashira, and when he uses the gear of imperative policy, he is named as Nazira. Means the total universe is jurisdiction of Muhammad Rasulullah. May grace and peace of Allah be upon him. And Ma arsalna mir rasulin illa liyuta'a biiznillah. Quran says, no messenger was sent but with the capacity that everybody should obey him. He should be obeyed according to the permission of Allah or according to the order of Allah. Means wherever a prophet is sent, the area of his jurisdiction is believed to be an area of his prophethood. Wherever his prophethood is there, he has got authority as well. The judiciary, the legislature, the executive, all of the three institutes are always possessed by the Prophet. Wherever there is a Prophet, he has got these three powers. As the area of a Prophet extends, similarly with the same scale, with the same margin, the authority and power of the Prophet extends. When a prophet goes to the borders of a province, his power will also go to the border of the province. And when one is a prophet of any continent, the powers of that prophet will go to the continents. And when all of the continents are under the jurisdiction of that prophet, so that prophet would be authoritative, empowered to use his executive, judiciary and legislature. Since our holy prophet is prophet of the universe, nothing is out of the prophethood of Muhammad Rasulullah. May grace and peace of Allah be upon him. Therefore, all of the universe is a jurisdiction under the jurisdiction of the holy prophet. May grace and peace of Allah be upon him. All of the other prophets are similarly, they are empowered in their own areas. So therefore, any person showing any enmity against the prophets, he is showing enmity against Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Gabriel and Michael, they are very well known, the ministers of the sky, and they are mostly detailed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on different type of duties, and they execute the total duty very perfectly and very comprehensively. Therefore, they are deserving persons to be rewarded. So Allah says, when they are working on behalf of me, therefore it is my duty, not duty imposed by somebody else, but this is an obligation on my blessing to protect them. Therefore, I am really the enemy of the infidels who are rejecting the angels, the prophets, the Gabriel and Michael. So no duty can be imposed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Sometimes Allah says that such a things are on me, means this is a duty of blessing of Allah. He has taken it as a duty on his blessing, means everything given by Allah is not called execution of duty, but this is blessing of Allah. So these are obligations of blessing of Allah. وَلَقَدْ أَنزَلْنَا إِلَيْكَ آيَاتٍ بَيِّنَاتٍ. And, O my holy prophet, we have sent the clear signs to you. وَمَا يَكْفُرُ بِهَا إِلَّا الْفَاسِقُونَ. And nobody can reject them except the disobedience. Means your signs are very clear. For instance, Nabi Kareem would ask the trees to travel. Once upon a time, when Nabi Kareem wanted to satisfy his need, he wanted to make easy, but there was no any place where he could hide. So he asked the trees, and began to run along with their roots on the ground, and they came together and made a hindrance for the holy prophet, just like a toilet Nabi Kareem made easy there. So it was quite obvious everybody was there. And similarly, once upon a time, a person was grazing the goats, and a wolf came there, and he wanted to attack one of the sheep. And when he caught one of the sheep, so the shepherd attacked on the wolf. Then wolf began to speak. He said, have you seen me at any time to deprive you of your food? Have I extorted your food from you? So then shepherd was really surprised. He said, I am really very surprised. I am astonishing that you are speaking while being a wolf. He said, this is not a matter of astonishing, but the matter of astonishing is you are here grazing the goats, but the Holy Prophet is on the other side of the hill and he is calling you towards paradise and you are refusing. So it was quite obvious sign that a shepherd heard the evidence and attestation of a wolf from the tongue of the wolf. So these were the quite clear signs. Just like sunset, Nabi Kareem had offered the Asr prayer and he wanted to sleep, and Nabi Kareem put his head on the thigh of Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu and slept, and in the meanwhile the sun was going to set in, and Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu was the best lawyer in the Ummah Muhammadiyya. Ana Madinatul Ilmi wa Aliyum Babuha. I am city of the knowledge, and Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala is a door which is used as a source to go through. So no one can achieve any knowledge from me but by virtue of Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala. He was the greatest scholar in Muslim Ummah, and he was in position to judge the matter whether he should have awoken Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam or he should have kept quiet and wait for the sun setting. He thought that it was the time of Asr prayer and it was possible for him to awake Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, but he said that such an occasion are very rare to be achieved in the life. Let me neglect the prayer because that can be revised, that can be compensated for, but this time cannot be compensated for. Therefore he kept quiet and sun set in, and Nabi Kareem woke up and he saw Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu a little bit worried and disturbed and distressed. Nabi Kareem asked why he was in that position. Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu said, my prayer has wasted, has lost, therefore I am really worried. Then Nabi Kareem asked the sun to come back, and it was seen by many people. Hadith say Radde Shams is a very famous tradition of the Holy Prophet. There were many persons there who saw the sun coming back, and it was an opportunity availed only to Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and no one else was allowed to do the Asr prayer, but it was exclusive right of Hazrat Ali radiallahu ta'ala anhu to do the Asr prayer. So signs of Nabi Kareem was clear enough for everybody to understand. And similarly, when the infidels of Mecca made a conference and they invited all of the Arab world, and they gathered there and they asked Nabi Kareem to show anything which can differentiate between a magician and a prophet. And Habib ibn Malik Wali Yaman, the viceroy of Ethiopia to the Yemen, he suggested that the magician can show his miracles, his abnormals on the ground, but a magician cannot show the abnormals, the superhumans on the sky. If you show some abnormal or superhuman on the sky, we will have to believe that you are the truthful person. Then Nabi Kareem stood up on the place where nowadays people call that place Masjid Bilal. That is the highest point of Mecca Sharif. Nabi Kareem stood there and he indicated with his forefinger, and the moon was split into two pieces. And there is a special chapter in Bukhari Sharif, Bab Shakkul Qamar. So that miracle was shown by the Holy Prophet in front of all of the infidels of Mecca and all of the people who were delegates of different countries. So the total ambassadors of different countries were also present there, and Hazrat Abdullah bin Masud radiyallahu anhu was reported to have said, Fashadu, Fashadu, or be witness to the fact that the moon was split into two pieces. So Quran says, Anzalna ilayka ayatim bayyinat, we have sent down very clear signs which are understandable for every person, whether he is well lettered or well versed or illiterate or uneducated or ignorant of everything, but he can see, watch, understand your signs. Your signs are self-evident. There is no need for any consideration, but yet certain people are there who are not believing in your authenticity. So I would dare to say, Ma yakfur biha illa al-fasiqun. So no one is in position to ignore those signs or reject those signs except a person who is a professional disobedient, whose habitual fact is to ignore everything. So this is stubborn and obstinate, not a man of justice. Quran says, "Awakullama ahadu ahadan nabazahu fariqum minhum bal aktharuhum la ya'lamun." As far as Israelites are concerned, whenever they made any covenant with Allah or with Moses, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him, so a group of them always neglected and violated that covenant. So breach of contract and the deviation from the right way, this is their nature. This is not a new thing, but there was a group who was believing in the covenants and in the promises made by them with Allah or with Moses, may grace and peace of Allah be upon him. Quran here, bal is Israbiya arfe atifa, ne bal, ne but, means that we shall repair this, reframe this sentence, that aksarum la yu'minun. That was not only a group, but vast majority of them with the same nature. They always try to breach the contract and to violate their promises. They can never keep their promises. This is their nature. وَلَمَّا جَاءَهُمْ رَسُولٌ مِّنْ عِنْدِ اللَّهِ مُصَدِّقٌ لِمَا مَعَهُمْ نَبَذَ فَرِيقٌ مِّنَ الَّذِينَ أُوتُوا الْكِتَابَ كِتَابَ اللَّهِ وَرَاءَ ظُهُورِهِمْ كَأَنَّهُمْ لَا يَعْلَمُونَ. Quran says, when the dignified, the chosen, the selected Rasul, this new nation is called the new nation of the dignity, Tanmeen Ta'zim, Rasul. Two Zammas or two Kasras or two Fathas. These diacritical signs with duplication are called new nation. This new nation is dignifying new nation, Tanmeen Ta'zim. So, Nabi Kareem Alayhi Salam is not only Rasul, only Prophet, but highly dignified and highly placed Prophet. Min indillahi, from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, musaddiqul lima ma'ahum. So there were many allegations against these people, but this was the person who verified them, who testified them. So they should have been obliged to him, but instead, nabaza fariqum min allazina utul kitab Allah. But instead of that, a group of the people of the book, they left the book of Allah behind their backs, kannam la ya'lamun, as if they are totally unaware of the contents of the book. So these all details were given here just to assure the Muslims that the contents which you received from them and you identify identified Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam with those signs, they were really true, but they concocted, distorted and forged many things afterwards just to cause a confusion to the identification of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So therefore their total history was revised just to make them understand that their history shows that these are not reliable persons. وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ الْمُبِينُ وَآخِرُ دَعْوَانَا أَنِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ الصَّلَاةُ وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَى رَسُولِهِ الْكَرِيمِ.